Hello, 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 powerful people. Hello, comeback champions. I'm Milan Levis, holistic financial independence mentor. And today, my message to you is control your money or it will control you. So I want to share with you today 4 simple steps to get control of your finances so you become financially independent faster. My father was a military officer in the former Soviet Union. So when he talked to me and my sister, we better listen. One day, after being annoyed with our princess-like typical teenager's attitude, he looked at us with unforgettable intensity and said, if you want anything in life, you've got to achieve it yourself. Don't expect your parents, your future husbands, your government, or anyone else to provide it to you. My father's words echoed in my mind 25 years later when I made the daring decision to leave my financially comfortable but meaningless Wall Street career and my financially comfortable but loveless marriage all at once. If you're anything like me, at some point in your life, you felt this is not the life I want to live. I want to have more meaning, more joy, more flexibility. And most likely, you've realized that you cannot expect any external forces to provide it to you, just like what my father said. I want to be able to depend on myself, utilize my skills, my experience, and my knowledge to make money and serve others. I don't want to feel like a child depending on my husband's earnings. My client shared with me after she realized that her happily ever after dream marriage is falling apart. And it happens so often. The intention to be self-reliant, feel financially secure, and have time flexibility is universal. You don't want to be constantly checking out your bank account before a payday. You don't want to constantly live paycheck to paycheck, hoping that you have enough money to pay credit cards this month. You don't want to suddenly find out that your savings account doesn't have enough money to cover an expensive emergency, like my daughter recently had. And you definitely don't want to fear your golden age because you may have to work until you're 70 or 80 to pay your rent and your utility bills. Money worries often cause financial anxiety and even overwhelming fear that it would never be possible to have peace of mind and have stable financial future, have financial flexibility, and be able to retire. Money stress creates havoc in all areas of life. It causes emotional and physical health problems, loss of self-esteem, loss of sovereignty. You feel like something is wrong with you. You feel like you're not good enough. You feel guilty, ashamed, dependent. You feel like a failure. That's exactly how I felt after my divorce, after my colossal business failure and financial devastation that followed. My financial crisis humbled my ego and brought me to my knees. That was the time when I realized that nothing motivates me more than freedom, specifically financial freedom. I believe that financial independence is the best French perfume any woman can wear. But here's the problem. Many people believe that financial independence is just a pipe dream, that it's possible for others, more fortunate, more famous, more smart, but not for them. While there is a ton of resources out there that promise you the secrets to financial freedom, it doesn't help much, does it? Why? Because financial freedom requires clarity, commitment, decisiveness, taking responsibility. So let's talk about clarity for a second. You've got to have clarity about your values, your core values, and your goals. When you are clear about your values and your goals, it's easy to say no to things that you want maybe today, but don't really need, because it will allow you to say yes to things that you want the most and to achieve goals that light you up. So get clear on your core values and goals. Now, let's talk about commitment. You've got to be committed to your goals. Have you ever succeeded at something that you tried to do? Trying shows lack of commitment. Most successful people are super committed to their goals. They fall, they get up, learn lessons, adjust the course, and keep moving forward. Their commitment is their winning secret. And as a comeback champion, I'm pretty sure you have this secret in your mind and in your heart, because that's why you are comeback champion. Let's talk about decisiveness. Success demands decisiveness. Wishy-washy attitude, chronic self-doubts, procrastination, and indecisiveness are enemies of success. Do whatever you have to do to make your decision. Educate yourself, consider pros and cons, listen to your gut, and make the damn decision. Indecision is a form of self-abuse because it drains your energy, it stresses you out, it weakens your confidence. Next is responsibility. It's essential to take responsibility for your choices, your decisions, and your actions. It gives you sense of control, sense of power, and self-reliance. It also demonstrates a level of maturity and self-awareness. You no longer expect others to provide for you. Instead, you seek for opportunities to upgrade your value, to communicate it with confidence, and to exchange it for money. So, how can you become financially independent? There are different ways to achieve this goal. I'm pretty sure you know that. Here would be the 4 steps that I use that helped me become financially independent within 7 years. For you, it could be less time or more time. It depends on your skills, on your determination, on your experience, etc. So here are the 4 steps to financial independence that I want to share with you today. Number 1, start with the end in mind. Number 2, condition your mind for financial success. Number 3, estimate your financial freedom number. And number 4, idea storm your financial freedom income. All right, let's break it down. Step number 1, start with the end in mind. Being wealthy is subjective. Being financially independent is measurable, specific, and unique to you. So decide whether you want to have a modest lifestyle once you stop working for money. For example, maybe you will downsize, move to a different location where the cost of living is less, maybe work part-time, or you prefer a more elaborate retirement lifestyle. Maybe you want to have a plane or a yacht or a helicopter and live in a mansion. Whatever this elaborate retirement lifestyle means to you. Obviously, the latter may take more time and effort, right? Now, imagine and describe your ideal day once you become financially independent. And notice how you feel when you describe it. Savor this feeling. Connect to it. That's how you create in a quantum field. All right, moving on to step number 2. Condition your mind for financial success. The truth is, money is not a problem. You are. More specifically, your mind is. While you were born to be a winner, to be a champion, your mind has been conditioned for just surviving through childhood, through your maybe poor education system, and frankly, societal programming. It's likely that you learned early on in life that money is hard to get, that money doesn't grow on trees, that you have to chase money because it ain't gonna chase you. But here's the good news. It's not too late to change these sabotaging beliefs. Money doesn't have any meaning except for the meaning you give it. If you think money is bad and evil, good luck with your efforts to be financially free. Not gonna happen. So you've got to reprogram your mind for financial success if you are committed to your vision of being financially free. Step number 3, estimate your financial freedom number. I call it FFN. Most people think in terms of, I want to be wealthy, or I don't ever want to worry about money. These are emotional statements. They are not specific. They don't spring you to action. At one of my trainings, the participants were pleasantly surprised to realize that financial independence was for them to accomplish, was feasible for them to accomplish. What made a difference for them? Calculating their financial freedom number, the amount of money they must receive passively per month or per year to cover their desired financial independence lifestyle. At one of her podcasts, personal financial guru Susie Orman replied to a question from a participant about how much money is required to be financially independent. You need at least 5 million or 7, or really you need 10 million, she said. Instead of feeling overwhelmed with these big numbers from the financial guru, I suggest that you calculate your monthly passive income that you've got to develop in order to cover your financially independent lifestyle, okay? You don't need to worry about these big numbers. Financial freedom number is what I suggest you to calculate. And step number 4, ideas storm your financial freedom income. I call it FFI. Okay, now that you calculated your financial freedom number, how exactly are you going to create this passive income, right? That's an important question to ask. The magic words are multiple sources of income, MSIs. In order to be financially independent, you've got to diversify your sources of income so that you never, ever rely on just one particular source. So ideas storm your desired sources of income that you would like to develop. The list would be different for different people. It could be income from the stock market, real estate, cryptocurrencies, automated business, book or music royalties, internet marketing, etc. Then, once you identify, create this list, assess whether you currently have the skill sets to have these sources of income. If you do, great, get to work. If not, don't worry. Read books, attend trainings, find mentors who could help you develop the skills. Ignorance could be very expensive, and ask me how I know that. So don't fall into the wannabe trap. Identify what you must learn before you put your time, money, and effort into developing your multiple sources of income. All right, final words with a little twist. The ultimate objective behind the commitment to be financially independent is to buy time and choices. It's very freeing and empowering to know that you have financial flexibility, that you don't have to work, that you can choose where you want to invest your time and your money, that you can choose where you live, that you can choose what to do. That's what financial freedom feels like. The good news is everyone has capacity to be financially independent. The bad news is few will realize it. Many will never dare. Some will never commit. And most will give up halfway. Maybe not comeback champions, but most people will give up halfway. And there is one peculiar reason: expecting to be wealthy. Expecting to be wealthy. Your expectations imply attachments to certain outcomes by certain time. Expectations can lead to debilitating self-doubts, disappointments, self-sabotaging thinking like, I'm not good enough, and self-sabotaging behavior like complacency, procrastination, laziness. That's why you've got to work from a place of intentions and commit to your journey. And the best time to start is now. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening, and way to go, comeback champions.